say Dr. Bawumia benya 57%.
Within the margin of error, plus or minus 3%.
Into a margin of error, you're saying?
Plus or minus 3%.
Plus or minus into a coin mobenya be 60.
Yes.
A coin from mobenya be 54. And Ura Kennedy Japan 28%.
Yes.
Same margin of error.
Same margin of error.
Into a coin from mobenya be 25.
Yes.
A coin mobenya 31.
Yes.
Na I'm not foresee a 2-horse race.
Technically, yes. But the third person, no, air also harm both the leader and then the person chasing the crown.
Nyoto Sumi and Sana Airwine. Brian Achampo. No man is saying.
Looking around 30%, plus or minus the same margin of error.
Around 13%.
Yes.
Ain't you know the end of cost run? It's a bit 16.
Yes.
I take off for my baby 10.
Yes.
Now I'll say or also harm to them, or also harm to who in particular?
Bawumia one in the sense that who shared the contention now, who compared that one to 2023 now. Bawumia is down by 4%.
Mm-hmm.
Who compare Ken here any the last time, I think Ken is down a lot more. In the region of maybe 5 or so percent or more, because Brian is coming from Bawumia and Kennedy.
And Brian Origin is support from both places.
Yes.
Hey, if I want to did he have
who share the big Hanwa? Usually among the Akan regions, you know, that is where Kennedy should have been doing better.
Okay.
Brian is so there, and he's taking something from him. Brian is doing better in the northern region than Kennedy. In the northern region, you know. So it has given him a bit of ups in the numbers.
And then I'm Brian Abbas Rosan.
I think some of the delegates, the two candidates, Bawumia and Kennedy, are two protagonists.
Okay.
That can maybe a safer bet for them. A unifier kind of thing.
Utieti ni ekoswa wo de ujina baby ujina na wo se wo de na enten fa so but ebi also mo de no ba ebi say Brian in the lead ebi say Ken in the lead with 52%. Unjo mu ni ho.
Look, your interview nipa randomly across over 276 constituencies across the country in the region of 10,000 delegates, and the pattern we have seen from the beginning to the end has not changed. So I wouldn't change my stand.
You won't change your stand?
No.
How about the Sir John legacy of fear delegates? Unyini say a bit may affect your stand.
You see, we have grown as a country.
Okay.
Things have become more open in what they would do. First, no, my vote is my ticket. I feel the people are talking. And the people are honestly talking.
Okay.
One thing about asking is that we ask several questions which enable us to triangulate whether you are lying to us or not. So we don't just ask one question, it's we look at other angles and many dimensions, and they've all been consistent with what we are seeing. So they're not lying to us.
Well, Obibeka said by 6 p.m. tomorrow, Obiabenya Bruni Smoothless Levebia crab before that. We'll just wait and see. Say, oh, Global Info Analytics. Now, are you saying, you've never gotten it wrong?
Look, on the national scale, no.
On the national scale, no.
No, maybe some local elections, constituency elections, separately, secondary, those ones, we didn't focus too much on it. Or we use other data to project. Or we got few of those wrong. But on a national scale, we've never gotten anything wrong.
And you believe it will be...
It is much easier to get national elections correct than local elections.
Peace FM.
At a 95% confidence level.
Wow. Natchez ordinary a real tight. Ujidi.
Very tight.
Niente me bisa sa ne say minim so nim about global info analytics Musa Dankwa so need plus or minus 3 and I would any margin of plus or minus 0.5. Musa Dankwa say onoma ora Bawumia 57 ora Ken 28 plus or minus 3. We say odiano oma ora Ken 52.5 and ora Bawumia 36.24. Margin of error 0.5. It's interesting. We need the same delegates and I say my methods are different.
With the chairman.
Yes, sir.
I hardly run down on anybody's work.
Okay.
I really want to speak against anybody's work. But one part, Bena, me the member one kasa watch it.
Me too.
So, the all kind also 28% for Kennedy, just an example.
Yes.
In that 28%, offer the 211,000 for Twaba extra that is about 59,000. That prediction and part of all kinds of fear. Actually, Kennedy being less than 60,000 votes. Remember, there will not be a full voter turnout. In 2023, out of the 204, just 191,000, approximately 192,000 Twaba. That means a NIPA 12,000 and Twaba.
Okay.
I'm expecting less than 200,000. We have to go by this same trend in 2023. What this one you mentioned, I don't want to go down the full work, is that candidate you mentioned will get less than 60,000. Remember, in 2023, it was one person against a whole establishment, for example. That person did not have some of the defections that were in 2026 or the rigor now working around this period. If you are telling me that the person will be winning voter, will be winning central like it happened the last time, or be performing well greater Accra like it happened the last time, at least, let's just say, 37 now. This is the trial logic. But if you tell me, we need the same places, we will be 28%, which is less than 60,000. To put it in perspective, in 2023, the person got 71,000. In 2023. So now, let's look at it from this angle. I like people to grill. That is how come I'm working on. I have met all the 5 candidate members on out. Even some of the recordings. I mean, but should be verify EPBR. I've done that with any part. From all the 5 candidates, UBIG reports through their people or whatever. The research we have done, and I'm going to go through with you, for the 16 regions now, and this would help you to make your own analysis. Let's forget HMB UBI because post Levy Greater Accra Saturday. I doubt there is anybody in any of the camps who does not know the direction of Greater Accra. In fact, Greater Accra, as a matter of fact, is one of the emphatic wins that will be seen tomorrow for one of the candidates.
Which of them?
Kennedy of Japan, based on the research we've done, and based on any other way, Greater Accra. Because remember, pick a place like Adenta, use that as an example. Even in 2023, with no visible support, and please, at this point I'm interpreting. I like to always give biases. When I'm interpreting, I make that bias. In 2023, Adenta with no visible support, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia lost by 1 vote to Kennedy. That is how close Greater Accra was. And now there are other factors like blood, Kwame, Natoshi, other factors that everybody knows that has happened in Greater Accra. That tells you the flip or change in Greater Accra is obvious. Now, Greater Accra is 39,000 votes. 39,000. Only Greater Accra. If the person makes any inroads in Greater Accra, and the person makes any inroads in Ashanti region, which is 35,000. Chairman Jonah, to put it in perspective, 6 the regions are close to 69%, 70% of it. And what it means, offer a mutana, a mut 7 if you Greater Accra, Ashanti, Eastern, Central, Western, and Volta. That's 6 regions here, Mabu. They hold 70% of it. Now, out of this 70%, our research is showing that at least Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, as it stands, there is only Ashanti region that he has a chance of winning out of the 6. Only.
Peace FM.
Kazo.
Nana. Eti no osan tie nsem ni bioma. Omo se ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia akra ni krom fo anto aba. Pacho what is asem no? Omo se ni krom fo kra anto aba ma no. Pacho what is asem na na? Say Dr. Bawumia akra ni krom fo anto aba.
The maximum ni say ya ka say emfanamra for northern vote and so ba e we nya northern vote.
Sa pepepe say ni krom fo anto aba. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bebi ofiri eye Wale constituency. Wale constituency is in the northeast region. Me pacha wate ase. Na ohwe Ghana he ni na say na medi kan 2024 elections the vote ne drop here. Almost in every constituency NPP vote conform. Abetifi constituency me pacha MPP ye vote drop kakra. Me ye kwa oni mi free price in price constituency ye vote drop here. Almost in every constituency ye vote drop here. The only constituency I vote course across the country is the Wale constituency, where our vote appreciated by about 30%. But Dr. Bawumia ni krom ne Wale. Ohonkwa ni vote course ro. Na wanana history of MPP in so anytime I be election I be lose bia no. You win only 2 regions. In 92, your election I lose you win only 2 regions. Ashanti and Eastern. In 96, you win only 2 regions, Ashanti and Eastern. In 2008, you win only 2 regions, Ashanti and Eastern. The same as 2012. But in 2024, you win 3 regions, Ashanti, Eastern, and the Northeast region. Your flag bearer in region you vote cost by 25%. And to obia obeka say Dr. Bawumia krom fo anto abama na sebe na nipa na sema oka no enye no kre ebiem omosi an zongo fo kra anto abama na zongo police stations e wo Ghana ha nia ye lusu ye with the exception of a futu zongo e pacho zasem no so enye no kre. The performance of MPP in the zongo communities no ye perform better ye ade chen in 2020 and in 2016 ye 2024 performance. But senior medical yakano and I say the TFO ni enim no. You vote across the country. Eso take off form. Na omuka no mo dia ba be say Dr. Bawumia kro lusu election if say man prusi for any kusasi for ton kontokwa. Dr. Bawumia man prusi ni nti no. Kusasi for na nto aba ma nti na olusu ye. Pe pacho o hwe history na. History no so nkyere say asem ne ye no korek. Because MPP abako say mu no ofanana in fact the omusan katwa sa propaganda no so say enti na boku enclave ni nia yenya 0 seat. Yenya 0 seat if you say Dr. Bawumia ni krom for e man pusi for ni kusasi for kontokwanti ni nya 0 seat. But here history na history ne kyere say dia sankrofo ne kana nya no korek. If you say in 1979 na sa time yenya wo MPP na MPP ye PFP no no ra Victor Wusu edi anim no in the Boku enclave yenya 0 seat me pa just time na Dr. Bawumia na ye flag bearer na lenyo nwa ebiem in 1996 ana President Kufuor ye flag bearer Boku enclave yenya 0 seat me pa just President Kufuor ye man prusi ni ana intina kuzazi fo ankoto abama na onya 0 seat ana. In 2004, Sata na President Kufuor ye mampeni o, Boku enclave nya 0 seat. Me pacho Sata na mampusi for ni kusasi for kontokwa nti no manto abama President Kufuor no ye mampeni nya 0 seat o Boku enclave na. Me pacho in 2012, under candidate Kufuor Boku enclave nya 0 seat. 0. Pepacho na President Kufuor oye mamprusi ni ano ye kusasi fo nti na either tribes anto abama nana. In this 2024 yakwa election na Dr. Bawumia Boku enclave nya 0 seater. Na so bibe ka se Dr. Bawumia mamprusi ni nti na ye nya 0 seater. Nipa no clearly no timi hu say oyobia on pay attention to the history and the data. A oka sembia opese oka keke because enya no hwe. Peace FM. Number 2, omo say Dr. Bawumia MPP for yekoto abama na kura mani bedi yenim no olusu 2024 elections no efri say oyenkramoni fana na me say what is ansem ni bi
party bibre
say olusu election efri say oyenkramoni sansem no so na propaganda enye no kra yembongu baby de ntia ye enye no kra ne say ye call the 2023 primaries 2023 primaries ye call and Dr. Bawumia oni Christopher Nkwana e call contest no MPP mo nanka the MPP delegate tribal omon pese kramoni bedi omonim as a party ankomon koto aba in 2023 ma Dr. Bawumia but overwhelmingly MPP delegate in 2023 voted by 67.8% ma Dr. Bawumia said be obewa bedi party nenim going into the 2024 elections. If you say the MPP party no the delegate no party ni show monsa no omoti ase and omunim said the MPP party is not a tribal party. Said the MPP party ni sebe enya kan for dia. Say MPP party ni sebe enya crime for dia. Say MPP party ni sebe enya srim for dia. Say MPP party no sebe enya nzema for dia. Nemum MPP party no a national party nipekuo different gonja for ka ho. Oh, head the formation of your party, kura. Now the Northern People's Party, eka the Anglo Congress, eka any the Dombo Association, so come into the different groups and the better the New Patriotic Party. Into the New Patriotic Party has never been a party that belongs to a category of people or a certain tribe of people and a certain ethnic group a national party intina yakoto abano omoto abama sebi obi ofri northern region so be party not because of say ofri hono but because so he's the one to do the job one competent enya no keza Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko election no oyenkramoni ntino lose in any case parliamentary elections no ko reverend team for your constituency as south but just want him reverend pa Madam for power Reverend Team for Joy MP for Ascent South. Me patrol him say Dr. Bawumia enya vote Reverend Team for Joy in the Ascent South constituency. Inti adinti na aspirant ni bi wo mo ba ha mo be kasa asem ne nka ho. Say Reverend Team for Joy enya mini pa wo eye sofo e wo Victory Bible Church. Nkramoni candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enya vote 10 no in an account dominated constituency like Ascent South in the central region. Aden na de omo kan kan. It clearly no it is not a matter of religion. Any religion asem ebium intro number 3 anangongonsa number 3 of ananaya omode nam ni say Dr. Bawumia eko election no in some regions where yenya 0 seat. Me pa just what is asem no say in some regions yenya 0 seat and no kire say wan bo ne ho moden. Me pa cho MPP abakosemu no. This is not the first time ayakwa aba yenya 0 seat. This is not the first time. If you say yako abatuo in 1996 5 regions yenya 0 seat out of 10 regions. So 96 near were 10 regions. 5 seats yenya 0 seat. Yako abatuo in 2012 under President Akufo-Addo as candidate, 8 regions out of 10 regions, yenya 0 seat. 8 regions. No, 2012 no, 6 regions out of 10 regions, yenya 0 seat. Into fananaya, it cannot be true say yako abatuo no, yenya 0 seat in tia.